Will Stewart from OnlineChessLessons.net, looking at Game 3 of my Poolside Blitz game against Grandmaster Ron Henley. Played in Vegas, summer 2012 here. And so at this point in the game, Ron is busting out. I believe we'd drawn Game 1, and I won Game 2 of a 4-game match. Ron busts out the C3 Sicilian. I decide to transpose from the Sicilian to a French. And Ron plays the advanced variation, and after Queen B6, an early A3, trying to play B4 and stop any counterplay I've got on the queenside, essentially. So I played an early Knight H6, very active line. He plays B4, exchanges on D4, and Knight F5. Here, after Bishop B2, I'm going, okay, I got to get some counterplay. I have to really make a decision here. I've got to play very fast against this line. I've got to make a decision between playing H5 or F6. I played in the game. I don't think it was very good. I think I should have played H5. I think it was just a better move, honestly, to play H5. So Ron here continues with Bishop D3, and this is the problem. The knight on F5 is very loose. Bishop D7. Now he castles. I castled queenside. I didn't know what was going on. Probably I should have just chilled out and played Bishop E7. I was kind of sketched out about opening the E file with my king being stuck in the center. Also, I could have played king F7. Anyway, Ron just goes for this. He takes on F6. I was thinking about sacking a pawn for a second. Take it easy, buddy, and just recapture the pawn here. Now he takes on F5, and pawn takes, and this is the problem with the knight on F5 and all this F6 business. My position is in shambles. This is very bad. He plays Knight C3, and now it really just kind of hit me. I was like, what? Where did it all go wrong? What happened? How do I defend D5? He's also threatening Knight A4, Knight C5, all that stuff. B5, coming in on the C file. It's all bad. There's nothing good here. I mean, Black maybe in the future could have played Bishop D6, Rook G8. Those are just fantasies at this point. The pawns on D5 and F5. F6, if you want to say, too. They're just so weak. And so here I'm trying to put together a game plan, and I was going to have to go full grovel, no activity, Bishop E8. Ron just goes Knight A4. Very, very straightforward play by Ron. Maybe after Queen C7, I think he just goes B5, and I've got some questions there that need to be answered. Well, B5, Knight A5, Rook C1, Knight C4, so it's not all that bad. He goes Rook C1, now it forces A6. Okay, I did have a defensible position there. It just looked hideous. He also, I think, maybe he could have tried something like Queen D3 here and then played B5 just to open lines, also hitting my F5 pawn. As now after Rook E1, I go King B8. And, okay, so after King B8, yeah, he decides to bring the knight into C5 here. I think the plan with Queen D3 and B5 was better for white, because now this allows me to exchange some pieces. And even though it does open up, Rook takes here, probably not that good. Pawn takes much better, opens his bishop up. Any exchanges are going to be helping me out. The more we trade, the easier it's going to be for me to defend. So now, I'm trying to figure out what do I do. Is there any way I can play D4 or Bishop H5 here and try to not lose any material and gain some activity? And I just couldn't find anything very good, so I played Queen F7. Again, it's full grovel. Maybe he goes Knight G5 here. Yeah, Knight G5 would have been pretty good. I would probably have to sacrifice an exchange. Maybe I can hold it, though. Knight G5, pawn takes, bishop takes H8, D4. Maybe I get it back. Some pieces back. Anyway, Queen D3. I go Bishop D7. So, again, I'm just groveling, trying to hold the position. It's really quite miserable. But, I'm not making it easy for white. So he goes Queen C3. He's trying to play the GM grind here. And I go Rook F8, so I managed to complete development, but he gets A4 in. So Queen C3 was nice. It supports B4, prepares A4. Now I just play D4, and the idea is that if I can get that A4 pawn at the end of these complications, the light-squared bishop, or the opposite-colored bishops, I'll actually have some chances to draw. So I managed to trade knights here. Now I'm also attacking his a4 pawn, so that's why he plays b5. So he continues with the attack. Okay, so now I go queen d5, trying to hold on to those center pawns. If I can hold the pawns, I mean, I might even somehow have talked myself into some winning chances here from a horrible opening. Really disaster with that early f6. White, I believe his best move is c6 here. C6, just you got to open lines. Queen b4 is possible, but then I got rook g8, and I actually have some decent counterplay. Rook g8, f4, bishop h3, all that stuff. You know, he goes f4. I don't blame him for, you know, but I think c6 for him there was better. Now I get e4, and even though it looks like I sack a pawn, I come out and I win the pawn on b5. And so, again, the more pieces we trade, you know, even though my king is in a really bad spot after c6, I don't, you know, I don't know. I didn't see, like, a forced win. And if there's no forced win, we're probably going to have a draw. So now here, I got to play king b7. It's not a fun move to make. It does expose me to a lot of checks. But again, I just don't see. I mean, there's got to be a winning line here, but looking at this in Blitz as fast as things were going here, rook e3 was a mistake. I mean, he definitely should have played rook to b1 check and rook b6. I think might have a win there for white. But rook e3, now rook d3. He goes back, and now I'm starting to consolidate my position. With e3 here, things got a little crazy. We're both really low on time at this point. After e3, he goes rook up, and okay, we managed to exchange. This position would be a draw. Rook g8. There's really no way out of this. He goes, you know, rook b3 throws a check. I just come up. No cheapos here. No king c8, rook b8 check, dropping my rook. Rook takes, and now. Black is. This is just a draw. There's really no. There's no way for either side to make progress. So I almost geeked out, but I decided, okay, we'll throw some checks here. Just keep it simple. The rook in the corner, and we agreed to a draw. So round 3 was pretty wild. I really got lucky there. I think the only reason I managed to draw was because I was playing quickly and Ron was very low on time, so he missed some critical wins. So this is Will Stewart from OnlineChessLessons.net. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.
Yes. You mean to smile when you do it?
This video was made with help from JCat of Ride Media Group. www.ridemediagroup.com/JCat.